What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Creeptober. And this is creepy because it's ancient. It's coming back from the dead. We're going to play a little bit of Rocky's Boots, which is the very first computer game I ever played as a kid. This game came out in 1982 and was a beginner's game on, I think it was on the Apple, and the Tandy is what I played it on. And I have it here, and we're going to check out Back from the Dead, the very first game I played. Again, it came out in 82, I believe. So it is old. So let's go ahead and check it out. We're not going to do the how to move tutorial. We'll jump right into building machines. This is a good old-fashioned mouse and keyboard. And I'm going to put some music on underneath just so we have something going, because there's not much of a soundtrack. There are sounds. And there's old like DOS commands I'll need to remember to turn them on and off, things like Control G in this. But yeah, so let's check it out. So building machines, welcome machine builder. Follow the arrows to learn how to combine parts into machines and how to turn them on. If you don't know how to move, press escape and go back. So the levels are the tutorial. So we got practice rooms. So to learn to build machines out of wires, sensors, kicking boots out this way. If you already know how to do that, go up and practice. So Rocky's Boots is you have a machine boot that kicks stuff. That's the game. All right, the machines are like the lights in your house. Electricity turns them on. But in this game, you can see the electricity moving through the wires. So we can see the electricity because it's blinking and flashing. All right, the little square that shows where you that means you have electricity you can use to turn things on. Okay, to turn on off sign, to move on top of the little hole in the socket. Oh, okay, I am made of electricity. Got it. So if I stand on the sensor, it turns the socket on. All right. Gets into the hole and turns it on. Cool. Here's another object you can turn on and off. It's called a clacker. Turn it on, see what happens. Move on top of its socket. There's some of that lovely old-fashioned waveform sound effects. It's also an input. This is because you have to put electricity into it to turn it on. So this was a game. Like this literally was the first game I was playing when I think I was 6 or 7. And you know, it's basic of items. Okay, so we can do some things here. Okay, so this moves. So that's like an engine. And that kicks when you turn it on. All right. And this is a wire. When we turn it on, we can see electricity is going through it. All right. And so arrows plug into sockets, grab the wire. So we can grab things by pressing space. And then we can put them down. And now we've moved the switch location. So we're starting to wire things in, and now it's one item. Now, is there a way to unplug them that we just don't know yet? We'll have to wait and see. All right, this is a splitter used for getting the arrow out of the socket. They plug it in very tightly, so you need a splitter to get them apart. Go get the wire and good. Okay, so this is exactly what I wanted to know, is how do I break things apart when I actually, if I stand over, I'm curious. No, okay, it doesn't pass at the node. If I come here, I can get this splitter tool, and that breaks them apart. Nice. You can connect an arrow to a socket, but it doesn't work to connect an arrow to an arrow. Yeah, that makes sense. Inputs to inputs won't work. You need to do inputs to outputs. Beautiful. And you notice they left a splitter in the room. We're learning. This is getting great. Stand on the empty socket and watch electricity flow. Electricity only flows one way. Yep, that makes sense. Okay. We're learning lots of stuff. And a sensor. Okay, this is new. It turns on whenever an object of this color touches the colored part of it. Okay, use this egg. Use the sensor egg to turn the sensor on. So is this something I can pick up? No, but the egg is. Yep, that works. And we can do incremental movements. You have to hold down the shift key and the shift key, maybe? I turned number lock on. There it is, yeah. Shift key, and you have to use the arrows on your number pad to do smaller movements. Otherwise, the shift doesn't seem to work. It took a lot to figure this out. All right, so we can drop the egg. Plug the sensor into the clacker, then move the whole thing. So it's yeah, okay. So we want to be able to now automate some of the triggering. Now we get a nice little beat. We can start like freestyling over it. We're not gonna do that though. Let's keep going. What else we got? It's a different type of sensor. Touch it, turns on. Use this to triangle, turn the sensor off. Oh, it's just a bread sensor. Okay. Easy enough. On, off, beautiful. All right, now you know about wires, clackers, sensors, and how to build. You can learn about more, blah, 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 and we'll go down to the practice rooms. Oh, cool. Okay, so here's where we can now play with things. So we could do something like... what do we got in these other rooms? Oh, that's fun. So now you can see how it's all working. It tells you when it's on, off. It's doing some joining. What else we got? That's it. Cool. We've learned how to do... let's go back to the program menu. So now we can do things like logic gates. So this is basic computer science type stuff, which is great. And ors and not gates. Like we can do some simple ones. So here's your not gate. So it does the opposite. If you're on it, it turns the power off. If you're not on it, it turns the power on. So it's the opposite. So if we can plug that in. I'm gonna skip that. I just want to see what the other gates look like so we can remember. Here's your or gate. So either or both will turn things on. So it works for both. So if we do again some of the small movements, so we can touch both prongs, it still works. There's a different gate called an XOR gate. That's where only has to be one or the other. It can't be both. And here's our AND gate. This one only works when we're on both. Perfect. All right, let's go and see what else we got here. So now we have like a mission. Hook up the clacker and the two sensors to the OR gate. Move the whole machine. Okay, that's pretty simple. So you gotta remember, this is the 80s. This is keyboard and mouse, but it's pretty darn graphical. Bum, bum, bum. And it works really well. Here's the AND gate, so this will only fire when both parties hit, which I think is gonna be that striped one, given how close these things are. Oh, helps if you actually hook up the clacker. Yep, only the striped one will do it. And that makes sense. And then, yeah, you can start doing cascades of if-else statements, basically, with ORs and all that jazz. It's an OR tree. Wires to the NOT gate. Oh, interesting. Okay, so we're gonna make an oscillator. Nice. Right, so it's a pulse. So it's literally just going on, off, on, off, on, off, because the signal is traveling and it's flipping its bit on and off each time. So and or not gates control flow of electricity, so you have all this jazz. Use the AND gate to shut off the flow of electricity on the on-off. Oh my goodness, okay. Okay, use the AND gate to shut the flow of electricity on and off. Oh, okay. Because this is an AND gate, I seem to stand here. There we go. Because I'm always providing a constant power, the oscillator's turning on and off, that'll like a flicker. And now we know how to do that. And so now we can actually play the basic part of the game, which I believe was Rocky's Boots. Rocky the Raccoon has made some games for you to win. Build a kicking machines. Follow the arrows to learn how to play. If you don't know how to move or don't know about building machines out of logic gates, you should go back. So let's go see what we can do here. Shortcut to the game. To learn how to play the game, go this way. Well, we don't know how to play. It's been 40 years since I played. Okay. So turn on this input. Doing that will make some targets come by. Turn on the boots input to make it kick. Got it. So if I come here, now there's some targets. To kick a target while the targets are moving past. Okay, so let's... turn on the boot while the target's moving past. Okay, maybe that's just telling me what we need to do. There are 3 sensors on the side of the box. Okay, start the targets. Okay, so it lights up when the target passes. Now, what I don't know is if this emulation is going faster than the old hardware did, because I don't remember. All right, so let's hook up the boot. And now we should start kicking pink things. There it goes. And we kicked out 4 pink things. All right, we're getting there. I had to make sure you kick everything that is not across. Okay, so if it's here, right? So that's always wanting to kick. When it's across, it'll turn off. Yeah. Beautiful. Nice. All right, a machine that only kicks blue and crosses. Yes. So this is where we're using all this gate logic, right? So we want something that is both blue and across. And so by hooking up the gate like that, now it'll kick blue and cross. It's the only time you'll get the energy to fire. I can't believe this was what I played as a child. No wonder I love all this stuff so much. Puzzles are so fun. Now that kicks either crosses or blue things. Again, that includes both. It's the same effect here. We're going to pop them both on. And now you could play this game with an old school joystick. I haven't actually tried using a modern joystick to see if DOSBox knows how to work it. So we got all blue things, we got all crosses. Beautiful. And that's, you lose points if you kick one of a negative number beside it. Oh, okay. So now we need to start figuring out how to count or recognize numbers. Interesting. So, let's see. This is a machine that should kick things out. Yes, it should kick pink things out. After sensor turns off, there's leftover electricity in the wires. It's called a glitch. Glitch turns on the boot at the wrong time. Oh, okay, because it's so long. Oh, that's fun. Okay. It's kicking the wrong things because of the excess electricity. So they're warning you about that. So let's see if we can fix the glitch now. Well, I don't know that we fixed the glitch. Now it just doesn't seem to... Oh, it's not connected. That's why. Now we're all good. Just getting pink things. It's fast enough. Beautiful. Nice. All right. So now we have some games we can play. Let's go actually see his game. Oh my gosh. What the heck? There's so much here. Game select room. Let's see what our game options are. Like, and what's this? I guess we're going up here. Okay. Start the targets. We want to kick... okay, so we see ahead of time what the targets are going to be. So we want to kick... Ideally, we want to kick pink things... Oh, man. Okay. We want to kick pink things that aren't circles. We don't want to kick any circles. All circles are bad. That's what it is. We don't want to kick any circles. So, if we come over here, we should be able to put this on circle. Put this boot on. And he dances. We kicked all the non-circles, and I'm just realizing now that I look down here that the name of what the game is right here. I didn't have to figure that out on my own, but you know. When you're finished playing Rocky's games, press skip. Okay, so we did non-circles. Let's go. Interesting. Let's do diamonds or circles, I guess. All right, so diamonds or circles. We're gonna break this apart. There we go. All right. So we want diamonds or circles. Well, that's not hard at all. That's just gonna be the OR gate right here. Although, yeah, that's fine. And then we'll get the wire right here. And that should do it. I feel like we missed some things. Why? Oh, because we're not actually connected. I can't seem to grab anything. All right, let's see if we can get the little breaker here. There we go. There, I think that broke it. Good. Why can't I wire these together? So, old games are fun. And some, I'm assuming most of this is actually on me. I think I should probably wire it first and then move it into place. So let's try that. Maybe if we do a little... Oh, no, it's because I'm being dumb. That's why. I'm doing inputs to outputs to outputs. There we go. Now we're wired up. Let's try that again. Bing, bang, boom. And we'll get a little dance from Rocky. Nice. So yeah, that is Rocky's Boots. Now that is the very base game and kind of how to play. There is much more challenges with things like flip-flops, which is it's much more logic. But what's crazy is this is the first game. It then accelerates ridiculously. You start doing things in a second game, a sequel, where you have to build independent robots that have sensors and move around and navigate a 3D maze that's spatially 3D, even though it's a 2D game. It's wild. Anyway, this is a blast from the past. I should probably show you how to move because it's what made me think of doing this for Creeptober. Because if I go down here, there is a room. This is just teaching you how to do all the movement. We kind of didn't do this. Oh, hush you. We can use our key controls to hush him up. But there is a skeleton, and you have to get Herman out. And so we'll finish this with getting Herman out. And this is where you need to have that very nuanced moving there. And if I move, the key goes away, so I gotta go grab Herman and help him escape. Come on, buddy. Let's go. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying Creeptober and this blast from the past. If you want to see more, let me know. Especially the sequel actually gets really challenging, even though it doesn't, it might not look like it. But hopefully you enjoy, and we'll catch y'all in the next episode. Bye!